Hello, welcome back with me, Icy Snaps, and today we have an album review. Teezo Touchdown, How Do You Sleep at Night with You. Recently, Teezo has been popping up and I feel like I'm seeing him everywhere. In all honesty, I haven't heard this album or any of his music prior to this, so I'm kind of going in with fresh ears. And this will be my first experience with him. So after doing some research, it seems he kind of hit the scene with these outlandish, kind of abrupt, unusual performances. So I was really interested to kind of hear how this album's gonna go. So yeah, after listening to his album, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to take him serious or laugh. It's honestly like a weird mixture of the two, and I quite like it actually. It made it way more enjoyable and I had a good chuckle. So straight off the bat, the open of the album, Okay, it just made me laugh. It was equally ridiculous as I thought it was good, and it had the energy of I'm Not Like Other Girls, but kind of done right, which is then followed by the teaser release, You Thought. Janelle Monáe joins forces on this record, creating a unique blend that exemplifies the album's diverse essence, essentially. With rhythmic drum beats, guitar riffs, a punchy bass line backing up lyrics of a rocky relationship, which then takes a swift turn into a jagged edge-esque R&B melody, which kind of sums up the album's eclectic influence, really. His hilarity ensues with the track just saying it makes me laugh, which is obviously a banging track, quite literally. What made me laugh is the way he sings his lines. It's like giving the impression that he's singing whilst doing the deed, if you know what I mean. Great little track. Some of the highlights of the album, one being the song Impossible, which is another song that showcases the influences on this album from rock, R&B to indie pop. A wild jump in genres that weirdly just seems to work on this album. I think it's Teezo's ability to set aside rules and just have fun and experiment, whether that be a fire alarm in the background or a unique combination of genres, with lyrics about the criticisms and challenges people face when trying to achieve their dream, essentially, which is something everyone, including myself, has had to go through. And I still do. Neighborhood being another highlight, coming from an indie type song to soul, they just kind of really flow and it really works together. Another emotionally charged song, which is something I'm finding about Teezo. The more I listen to his music and listening to some of his interviews, he's a guy who's very in touch with his mental health, insecurities and emotions, which we see in songs like Mood Swings and even in his looks. Hold on, let me put on my English teacher glasses. I've seen him multiple times with an American football armor, I don't know what you call that, like padding, and nails that seem to take on the shape of this helmet. Almost as if he's anticipating the judgment of his style and his performance. You know, putting up a barrier almost to protect himself. That's what comes across to me. Or, you know, maybe he just thinks it's cool, who knows. It seems the latter half of this album is where we see a slight fall off from some of the songs, like Nune or I Don't Think You See Me, which to me both feel unfinished. They seem to fall fairly flat in terms of lyrics, structure, instrumentation doesn't really work for me, all quite forgettable, and I think he could have just stopped the album at Stranger, where you really see the Prince influence in the way he sings, the instrumentation, which would have left the listener with something to think about. But luckily, How Do You Sleep at Night with You has an extra free song slapped on. And lucky us, another sex song. At least that's what it seems like at first. Listening to it, it's way more romantic and it's about tending to your partner's needs before your own, with lyrics like Let Me Clean Your Room and Let Me Rub Your Feet and Kiss Your Toes, and doing all of this without expecting sex at the end of it, and that's just a bonus if it happens. This song is then led on to Out of Respect, which has like a UK roots reggae sort of dub vibe from the like of Jar Shaka, with some interesting vocal performances from Teezo actually. The last 30 seconds or so of the song is filled with some full vocal chords that sort of harmonize with him. Really nice finish to the song, I thought. And then yet again, the last song, Third Coast, which for me was kind of like the weakest song for me. Not because I didn't like it, because there are some parts of the song that I like, and then there are some parts that I don't. It was just a really mixed bag, and it was kind of either hit or miss. The last part of the song, I cannot help but think of Thomas the Tank Engine with the whistles. That's all I think about when I hear it. All in all, the album for me was really enjoyable. He's one of those artists who sort of isn't afraid to step outside of that safe zone and try something new, even if it fails. And with time, I think he'll be able to filter out what works and what doesn't, and really looking forward to his future work. With that said, I want to give this album a 7.5. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review. Feel free to let me know what you think, and feel free to leave a like or subscribe if you're feeling generous. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.